Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So the fishing mini game just got introduced yesterday, and initially I thought it was just a very simple mini game, but it's actually much deeper than I expected it to be. It has more depth to it and it has a purpose for you to do it, and that is quite a bit of resources actually. So first of all, let me run through the different things as to why you want to do this game mode, right? And then talk about the different mechanics you want to know and how you want to complete your collection as fast as possible. So first of all, why do you want to do this game mode? Number one, obviously it's for the inner completionist in you. So if you're somebody who loves to have 100% completion, then there's this fish collection for the different fishes in the different areas in the pre-season map. So there's Wheatshire, there's Dark Forest, Vadusu Mountain, there's also Remnants Peaks. So this is where you kind of want to finish your collection if you're somebody who loves to see everything done up, right? That is for the inner completionist in you. And on top of that, if you do this fish collection over here, there's actually quite a bit of gems. I think at least 600 to 800 gems worth from here. As you guys can see, there's this fish species. So there's one at 5 times, there's one at 10 times, so it's, I think it's 50, 100 and 150. So it's 300 at 15, and then at 20 it's probably 200, so that's 500. And then at 25 maybe 250, I don't know, because we have to wait until I catch until the 26 species to know how many gems you can get exactly. But I'll say it's safe to say at least 800, right? So 50, 100, 300, 500 plus 250, 750, right? So 750 at the very least, based on just very simple addition to the 5-time fish species itself. So maybe I'll talk more about it once I finish all the fish species collection. So that's for the gems portion. There's also another reward section, which is from our dear event over here. Okay, so let me go into the event section. So there's currently this fishing diary. As much as you can claim all the tickets from the daily clearing of this event itself, you can also get some points from the special section. And more importantly, right, I think for free-to-play players would be to focus on those sections where you get gems. So your rare fishes, your gold fishes, as well as your fish catching numbers over here. Okay, so with affinity being something that can give you invite letters itself, I think for the origami hamsters, it's also okay, right? I mean, since you are trying to complete your fish collection, right, you will eventually be able to finish up all these as long as you're progressing through the fishing points in the game itself. So that's the different rewards that you can get from doing this game mode. And there's actually quite a bit of depth to this game mode in a sense, right? Because in terms of fishing itself, there's actually quite a number of spots in the game. So it's not just Wheatshire like I mentioned yesterday, and each spot over here, right? Okay, so some of you guys might be wondering, how do I find the fishing spot? So most of the fishing spots are near water bodies, right? And if you want to have an easier time to locate the fishing spot, then you just got to go to your icon over here above switch, and then you just click on fishing spot. So you just filter out everything and then just look for the fishing spot on this map. So as you guys can see over here, so sorry about that. As you guys can see over here, there's actually some fishing spots which are golden in color. So these fishing spots are known as the lucky fishing spot apparently. So I'm not very confirmed whether or not that's the case, but in this fishing spot you only have 5 attempts, and the fishes that you get over here are at least silver or higher based on my knowledge. So let me just perform this. Okay, so the very first thing about fishing that you want to know is that different ponds will have different species of fish. So in this pond over here in Dark Forest, right, if you click on this spot, you can see the type of fishes that appear here. And if you go into, for example, this spot over here, which is also the Dark Forest, you have another batch of different fishes. Obviously there are some overlapping fishes, but if you want to complete your fish collection, you might just want to take a look at what are the fishes available at the spot, so that you can focus on the spots, right, to catch the exact fish you want, because there are some fishes that don't appear in certain spots. So no matter how many times you go there, you will never be able to finish your fishing collection. The next thing that you want to know is that there's actually a few fishing attempts, 5 and 10, between the fishing spots. So the golden color one where I'm at right now is at 5. So I completed all the attempts on which Shire, as you guys can see. So here is 05, and then here is 010, and then here is here's still 1010. So I might go over here to finish up my collection to get the purple color one. So that's how you kind of want to go through the different areas to just see, okay, what are the spots I'm missing. Okay, anyway, I'm missing one spot in which Shire, so let's just go back to which Shire first, and then we go back to the golden spot. Okay, so for the fishing area, right, so over here, if you go into the rules itself, so this fishing spot refreshes its fishing attempt daily at 000 UTC. So you get 10 attempts and 5 attempts at different spots at reset, I mean at a daily reset itself. So if you want to finish it as fast as possible, you can try to go through all the fishing spot every single day, but personally I'll say this event will last for quite a bit. So what you can do is maybe run through like Golden Witch Shire and finish everything first, and then it will probably take you like 1 or 2 days for that, and then after you're done, right, move on to the next area, go through all the spots, and then on certain days where you don't have enough time, right, you just run through the basics of like basic fishing and then just claim the daily rewards. So eventually, I think throughout this event period, like this whole event period is really long, by the way. Like this fishing diary, it lasts for about 39 days. So personally, if you're somebody who's really busy, right, just slowly go through the fishing motion, right? It's just a very casual game mode with a little bit of incentives for you to do it. So if you're somebody who has a lot of time, then obviously you can just run through all the different fishing spots on the map on a daily basis to just go fishing, and you probably finish most of your collection in a few days time, or you'll probably finish the 100% collection in a few days time. So that is if you're somebody who's more hardcore, right? But if you're more casual, for example like myself, I think for me now, I'll just finish up Golden Witch Shire and then showcase the golden fishing spot, and then I'm done for this video. But I think to each their own, right? Just find the most comfortable way to play the game. Personally, right now the game doesn't have much, so I think for this I can treat it as a daily lock-in thing. So for the fishing spot, when you click on the fish hook over here, you gotta wait for the fish to respawn, and then when you pull it now, right, this is how you keep the fish in net. So there's actually a cheat code whereby you can ensure yourself have higher or heavier fishes, or fishes of higher quality. Right, so if you cast the fish once again, okay, so let me demonstrate and see whether or not I can get like the hook. So if it's a very light fish, it will just be an instant catch. There won't be that fishing animation. I think it has to be at least 1 kg and above. From my experiences catching all these different fishes, the fishes have to be, I think, not 1 kg, because the goldfin is really small. I think it has to be at least a certain weight range of its like minimum weight, I think. So let me just check. Okay, so oh yeah, over here okay, so one more thing I kind of forget. Okay, so right here, as you guys can see, the different weight range will determine the quality of the fish. So the heavier the fish, the longer the hook. So if you fail the fishing attempt itself, it will not be wasted. So from this thing over here, what you can do is you cast the fishing rod. Okay, wait for the fish to hook. So we have 8 attempts on top. Okay, it's a very slow. I think it's a very big one. Okay, so this is a very small one, unfortunately. So this is just min maxing, by the way. You don't have to do it, but I'm just telling you that this is something that you can do if you want to try to like get it done as fast as possible. So for this fishing thing, so many small fish. Okay, wait, let me try to get a big one once again, or at least a hook so that I can show the animation. Okay. Okay, so all the very small. Okay, so this is the RNG factor that we cannot control. So okay, anyway, I'm just gonna say it, right? If there's this pulling animation, right, if the fish is really big or heavy, right, the animation will take very long to fill up the bar itself. So that's where you know you are getting a bigger fish. And then from there, right, the heavier the fish, the longer it takes for the rod to fill up. So when you get that fishing animation, which I haven't been getting after like fishing for 8 attempts, maybe I'll go to another pond later. So these are all the small fishes, unfortunately. So if you get a fishing, that hook animation where you get that fish rumbling animation, if it takes a really long time, it means that it's a very heavy fish. And that's where if you're, oh yeah, here it is. So as you guys can see, right, this is probably a much heavier fish. So right here, if I don't want this fish, I'll just cancel this, and then right, my fishing attempt is not wasted. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, okay? Although that was probably a pretty big fish, but whatever, I'll get it done in another day anyway. So that's for the fishing thing, right? So that's for the mini fishing mechanics. Although, like I mentioned, it's not worth the effort to just like recatch every single time you're getting like a much lighter fish, because you don't even know what fish you're catching in the first place, right? So like most of the time, I think as long as you're running through the maps, finishing up all the fishing locations like myself, you should be good to go. So next, I'm just gonna go to the golden spot and see what the golden spot can give me. So there's one in the dark forest area. Wait, let me find, yeah, over here. Okay, so like I mentioned, right, if you can't find it, just go to your big map on the icon, and then you will be able to see all the highlighted fish icons over there. So there's this golden spot. So I think this is probably the lucky spot where you get like a silver fish minimally. So you will get like bigger fish naturally. So the base fish has no fishing animation. The fishing animation comes only if the fish is silver quality and above, which is dictated by the weight of the fish itself. So right here we are at dark forest. So dark forest over here. So as you guys can see, okay, so silver fish is at least 10 kg, and then the golden fish is 16.2 kg. So our goal is to try to hunt for the heavier fishes. So if you're somebody who wants to min-max and you want to like try hard for fishing itself, if the fish has a really light fishing animation on the hook animation itself, then you probably can abandon it, because then your fishing attempt will come back. But I think personally, if you're doing it on a daily basis, it should be fine. Okay, there's also the rare fish section, which I need to unlock to catch it. I think I have one in the Witchshire. Yeah, catfish over here. Okay, so this one, it's I don't know what's the main difference. I think it's just like a different breed, because the weight is the same. So it's just like a really RNG thing, right? As well as the location based thing, because certain locations will have catfish and certain locations won't have catfish. So that's for the thing. Let's try this lucky spot, this golden spot over here. So we have 5 attempts. Let's see whether or not all 5 attempts are silver fish and above. Okay, this one seems like, this one seems to be on the lighter end. I'm gonna abandon it. Okay, so this is if you want to try hard. Okay, so we're just gonna give it a try a few times to see whether or not we get the like all silver animation or that fishing animation, which means that you are guaranteed a heavier fish. Yeah, okay, this fish seems decently heavy, so we're gonna continue and see what we get. So use the auto fishing. Okay, 0.72 silver for flower crown. Let's try it again. So we are using out all our 5 attempts to just see whether or not the golden spot is guaranteed all silvers. So far so good. Seems like it's like silvers for everything so far. Okay, so we hold this. Okay, second fish. So 16.8. So this is goldfish. Rainbow trout. 3 more. Okay, this fish seems to be on the lighter end, but whatever, I'm just going to catch it. Maybe I'll just min-max myself tomorrow. I'll use this. Okay, 0.6 flower crown. So this is the like as you guys can see right just now, like the golden trout has a heavier animation. So like it's probably okay. This one seems middle, feels very middle-y. Yeah, so there is this like a try hard way to see what fish you get. So 18.48, so a rainbow trout. So obviously the heavier your fish, the harder it feels to catch, or the harder the animation, right? I think you guys can get a vibe of it if you do it enough. Okay, this fish seems very mid. Seems very mid. Yeah, seems like a very mid fish. Okay, 1.4 dust fish. So it's a new fish, first catch. So we are one step closer to finish our collection. So yeah, it's confirmed, right? If you have a golden spot on the map, which changes on a daily basis, then that's where you are guaranteed all the silver fishes. So right, for you to become a golden fisherman, number 1, you just got to make sure that you finish all the fishing collection. You don't have to run through all the different spots on a daily basis, but what I would encourage is if there's a golden fishing spot, then you should at least run to the golden fishing spot, because you are guaranteed the heavier fishes. So it's easier to get the harder to get fishes in terms of their weight category itself. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you guys become a master fisherman in AFK journey. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.